It's time for the A&W Restaurant All-American Game of the Week on Richmond's very own WBON-TV Channel 9, the leader in local sports television. Support these great local sponsors who support our community. Now, here's your announcers for the game.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Richmond, Kentucky for another A&W All-American Foods Game of the Week. I'm Michael Watkins here, along with Dawson Rule for some more high school basketball action here on the WBON-TV airwaves, and a good one for you tonight, Dawson, as the Madison Central Indians, a young Madison Central Indians basketball team, welcomes in really a powerhouse in Kentucky high school basketball right now, the Cardinals of George Rogers Clark.
I mean, the last two Sweet 16s, they've been there. Last year, I'm not sure if this is 100% correct, but I think they made the Final Four.
Oh, made it the championship game. So 2 years in a row in the championship game versus Warren Central. Won it 2 years ago, lost it last year. So in the championship game 2 years in a row. Much different GRC team, but still when you've got an experienced head coach like Josh Cook, a guy that's won some big games, obviously, when you win a state championship at a very young age. Coach not too much older than I am. Actually, I think he coached June Buchanan High School when I was still in high school. So I'm not 100% sure on that, but he has coached a lot of really good basketball teams, and he has been really good at GRC during his time there. Obviously, when you make it to back-to-back state championships, you've built a pretty good program.
Oh, yeah. GRC has been a good program for a while now, and they, for a couple of years, maybe weren't at the level they should have been. I feel like in the mid-2000s, they were really good, too, and I remember a couple solid teams they had. And then it feels like in the past 3 or 4 years, they've kind of shot back up again or respected, not just in Central Kentucky, you know, in these regions, 10th, 11th region, but statewide, everyone knows who GRC is. And it's not a team you exactly want to see unless you're looking to really play tough luck competition every night like Madison Central is.
We are here live on the Citizens Guarantee Bank pregame show. With Citizens Guarantee Bank, your accounts are as close as your phone. Bank anywhere 24/7. Check your balance, deposit checks whenever you want. Transfer funds and more with the MyCGB app. Visit mycgb.com to learn more. Dawson here during the pregame show, taking a look at what GRC has got this year. Only one game under their belt thus far, and that was a win over Campbell County. Malachi Ashford had 22 points in that game, and he is a transfer from Paris. They've also got Montez Gay, who is only a freshman. Really good player for them, and also Rashawn Hampton, really the only returner from last year's team. He's a good shooter, had 5 points in that game. Breland Morrison, the transfer from Christian County, he had 13 points in that win for the Cardinals, and J.P. Gaines had 6 points in that game, Dawson. So GRC, they've got an experienced team, but still I think when you got a lot of new guys, new faces out there, they're still trying to figure out how to play with one another. So this Central team with a lot of young guys has a chance, I think, to maybe squeak one out. This would be a really good win for the Indians here at home, because the last 7 times these two teams have played, GRC has won the basketball game. They've also won 3 straight against Madison Central, so it is a big test for a young Madison Central team early on. But if they could get the win, it could be a big one here early on in the season to kind of catapult them into the latter part of the year.
Now, Madison Central's last game, they beat Lafayette by 25. Now, Lafayette may not be the best team, but one of the things I noticed in the stats was 10 different guys scored. So they're going deep into this bench. We already didn't know much of the starters this year. We're kind of getting to know them now. We got to get to know some of these bench guys, too. Now, Feldhouse is doing what I think he's doing. He's getting a lot of these young guys rotational minutes. Maybe it'll tighten up as the year goes on, or maybe he's just like, I've got a ton of young guys, and I got to play them all to get them ready, because in a year or two, I could have like one of these super classes or something. Yeah. So, I mean, I kind of like mixing it in, but when you're mixing in bench guys that are young and your starters are also young, and you go up against a team like GRC, man, that's a mighty test this early in the year.
Yeah, the Indians don't have that one guy that might scare you, but got a lot of guys that can go out there and put the ball in the basket. Cody Morrison averaging 12 points per game through 2 games. He had 19 in that win over Lafayette. Ty Thomas averaging over 11, 7.5 from Landon Ray, 7 points from Jacob Landsaw. 5 points each from Will Richardson and Ricky Goatley. Luke Asher, 4.5 points per game. Eli Steele, 4. Maddox Hamilton, 6. And Cam Steele, 3. So all these guys getting minutes, and they've all performed when they've gotten those minutes through these first 2 games.
I mean, we've not got much sample size, but the sample size we have is promising for these guys. We coming into the season, all of us in the sports, we just didn't know what to think because most of these guys, we didn't know them or they played JV mostly last year, so we haven't really done a lot of their games. So 2 games, sample size is very small, but they've shown that they can compete against 2, I'd say, solid teams. Lafayette, we don't know much about them, but they're 11th region, so they've got to be competitive. Pulaski County's 3-0 right now. I looked earlier. They're always really good. Good team down there. So far, not bad for 1-1.
Here we are live on the Citizens Guarantee Bank pregame show. Dawson Rule, Michael Watkins here with you. Let's step aside for our first commercial break, and let's hear from our Game of the Week sponsor, A&W All-American Foods. They are helping us bring you some of the coverage here on WBON TV. A busy week for us as we are with you tonight, tomorrow night, and Thursday night. A big week of high school basketball, and then, of course, 2 big games next week as well. We'll talk about those when we come back here on the broadcast, but first let's hear from A&W All-American Foods.
Mushroom lovers, this one's for you. This is for the beef lovers, too. The onion lovers, the Swiss cheese lovers. If you love all these things, then you're going to absolutely love our classic double mushroom onion melt. Try it now, only at A&W. Feel the heat at A&W with our delicious, cheesy, and spicy sriracha cheese curds. They're available for a limited time only, so come on in and try some today, only at A&W.
Special thanks to A&W All-American Foods, our Game of the Week sponsor, as we get a look at Dawson. They're letting even the animals get in here this evening. I
saw that dog at the media day, so I'm wondering if it's like the cheer team's dog, like their mascot or something. Like they have a team pet this year, maybe. Some new mojo going on. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I saw that dog before though.
I think it is just Coach Feldhouse's daughter's dog. I don't know if it's the team dog or not.
Well, maybe they can adopt it as the team dog.
Like that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that little thing running around, I'm sure motivates them all to keep doing it. They got a big state this weekend.
They do. Yep, they got a big weekend coming up. State competition. Of course, they got their bid to nationals. So, Coach Karen Feldhouse, a legend in her own right, and she will have them ready to go, I believe, as well. We'll step aside for our actual first commercial break here on the Citizens Guarantee Bank pregame show. When we come back, Dawson Rule and I will preview tonight's matchup even more. We'll look ahead to some of those games later on in the week and get to it when we come back with the tip-off here in a short while, around 22 minutes away on WBON TV.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Hi there, I'm Alan Feldhouse Jr., head basketball coach at Madison Central High School. Here at MCHS, we have built a winning team. I'd like to tell you about another local winning team, family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. They specialize in roofing, general construction, and home maintenance services. Just like on the court, you need a team that will work together to get the job done, and that's exactly what BRC does. Give them a call at 859-353-1133. Road Tribe.
Whether you're looking for dependability in the game or on the road, Madison County is where you'll find it. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond has the trucks you can depend on and a winning tradition just like our great local sports teams. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see our lineup of dependable trucks and become part of the winning tradition.
Hi, I'm Haley, one of the owners and managers at Just Love Coffee in Berea. Just Love Coffee is a franchise that was set up as a mission of love to help children get adopted. Just Love Coffee is a full-service restaurant that features artisan coffee creations, plus an all-day food menu that includes golden waffles, delicious sandwiches, and filling craveable wraps. Just Love Coffee, a half mile off exit 76 in Berea, in our newly renovated location at 636 Chestnut Street.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look.
Thanks.
Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with a new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Back here in Richmond, WBON-TV, Dawson Rule, Michael Watkins inside the Gateway Cycles broadcast booth. Gateway Cycles located in Mount Sterling. When it's time to choose your next ride, visit gatewaycycles.com. And Dawson, imagine how good one of those, those off-road vehicles, those ATVs, or the mopeds that I got to ride back during football season would look under the Christmas tree, or at least maybe next to the Christmas tree from Gateway Cycles.
You gonna get one of those things?
Man, I don't know.
You were whipping that thing out of there. We had to get that equipment.
Drove that thing from EKU's campus back to the radio station and back, and I don't know if I've had that much fun driving something before. It was a lot of fun.
Oh.
Didn't get a ticket. Richmond's finest let me go. Appreciate that. But a lot of fun. Here we go. We look at the pep section for Madison Central. Kind of subdued right now, but they will be fired up once the tip-off gets underway. A big pep section. A good crowd on hand as you welcome in a team that's played in back-to-back state championships. And the Madison Central Indians looking to knock them off here tonight on their home floor. I'll get a shot there. There's my guy, John Bentley, former head coach at Estill County High School. Took the Estill County Engineers to the state tournament himself back in 2018. Was down there chatting it up with him. He's a big New England Patriots fan, too.
Oh, Dawson. Man, he's having a rough year with you.
Yeah, definitely. Got to chat with him a little bit before the game and see Jared Pyatt and Coach Parker. Coach Park down there as well.
Yeah,
so chatting it up with John Bentley, three of the assistant coaches for Allen Feldhouse Jr. and one of the best coaching staffs in the state. And while we've got a chance talking about coaches, Billy Hicks passed away earlier this week, a legend in the high school basketball ranks, longtime thorn in the side of Madison Central basketball, a Hall of Fame coach from Scott County, Coach A.W. Hamilton at EKU, who's the head coach of Michael Moreno, who's at EKU now playing, and I think a good chance to kind of talk about Coach because you got two really good basketball teams here, two really good basketball programs, and Billy Hicks, sad to hear the passing of him earlier this week.
I mean, I remember coming to games, 10, 11 over here at Central, and every time we play Scott County, man, we just get crushed. And I really didn't like Scott County back in the day. Of course, I didn't know Coach Hicks was coaching them back then, but I was like, man, when are we ever going to get past this bunch? And we really never did. It felt like maybe once we did. And it was because, man, Coach Hicks was so good. He built a legendary program at Scott County. 1,000+ wins? Something that's crazy. I mean, that's just crazy to think about for Kentucky high school basketball. So he's a legend, and I know a lot of coaches, a lot of people around here have been affected by that, and he affected all of us sports lives. I mean, whether you're just a fan coming to watch or a coach knowing how good he was. So we lost a legend, but a great legend, we'll say that.
There's two coaches right there. Josh Cook in the red, Allen Feldhouse Jr. in the blue, the two head coaches of tonight's matchup. And we got the Indians and the Cardinals here on WBON-TV. Let's step aside for another commercial break. We'll come back and look ahead to tonight's matchup between the Indians, 1-1 on the season, GRC 1-0. And Dawson, these two teams played a really good football game about a month or so ago. Wasn't that long ago these two teams met on the gridiron? We'll talk about that when we come back on WBON-TV.
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch? I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
Trucking companies are looking for qualified licensed drivers. Get your CDL training at Exodus Driver Training, located on Richmond Road, connected to Renfro's Collision in Berea. Take advantage of their flexible training schedule or get your license in just 4 weeks. Exodus Driver Training is your way out of the cubicle, out of staring at the same 4 walls, out of that factory job you can't stand. Your way out to an open road of opportunity. Financing available. Visit excdl.com to learn more or like them on Facebook.
If it won't go down.
Call Mr. Rooter, the best in town.
What do I do now?
Call Mr. Rooter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Rooter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home cleaned for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Rooter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Rooter.
Bye-bye, Poopy.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MC.
Hey Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Back here on WBON TV, Dawson Roll, Michael Watkins here with you on the call this evening for some high school boys basketball action. Dawson, it's now time for the Jack Burford Chevrolet keys to the game. Get the keys to your next ride at Jack Burford Chevrolet on the Eastern Bypass in Richmond. Visit jackburford.com to see the entire inventory at Jack Burford Chevrolet tonight. I think a big key for Madison Central, we talk about it a lot, getting off to a good start, but when you got a young basketball team playing a team that has played in back-to-back state championship games, getting off to a good start will be really key for this. I say young, they've got some older players, but they're inexperienced players at the varsity level out there for Madison Central.
My key is going to be hit your three-point shots tonight. Obviously, there'll be other ways and methods of scoring, but they knock down their threes tonight. That'll open up some more offense and some more passes to happen, and maybe you could pull the upset here because Central definitely is the underdog tonight.
Yeah, and I think they want to keep this game in the 60s to have a chance to win. Of course, GRC in their one game this year, they did win 63-60 over Campbell County. But I think for Central, because they don't have a Cole Brown or a Jalen Davis or a Will Harden anymore, a lot of guys kind of pitching in, scoring 8 to 12 points. They don't have that guy that might be able to go up there and drop 30 for you right now. I'm not saying these guys won't be able to do that by the time the end of the season rolls around, but they're young right now. So I think if they can keep it in the 60s, maybe low 70s, they got a much better chance of winning the game. But they are going to have to play good defense and, as I said, get off to a good start if they want to win the game tonight. Here live on WBON TV. Glad to have you along with us here, folks. And it's a good night for high school basketball, a rainy night here in Richmond. As we were making our way out, we didn't realize it was raining when we came out of the everybody kind of shocked. It's still raining right now in Richmond, and the current temperature is 43 degrees. Going to get down to a low of 34 tonight. So do bundle up if you are heading out this evening. And I think you want to tonight, maybe want to turn the heat on as we get closer to, obviously, the Christmas holiday. It's a great time to call our friends over at Fayette Heating and Air. Don't get caught in the heat, or in this case now in the cold. Take advantage now of a new HVAC install for up to 48 months interest-free. Call 859-233-0424 or schedule online at FayetteHeating.com. Tonight, Madison Central taking on George Rogers Clark. And Dawson, it wasn't that long ago these two teams met in a dandy of a football game up in Winchester. You and I were on the call for that one. And Madison Central, a big district win. In football, they were in the same district, but in basketball, not even in the same region. And it was a huge win for the Indians that night. Blocked a game-winning field goal in the final moments to hold on and knock off the Cardinals in football.
And before that, it was kind of back and forth, not necessarily in scores, but almost scores
momentum.
And turnovers. Yeah, like you said, momentum. And it was, Brian Madison had like 3 scores that game or something, 3 big touchdowns. He carried them that game on the rushing, and luckily they were able to scrape it out because Central, that was by far their best big win of the season before the playoffs, and that also got them to play Dunbar, who was much worse than Tate's Creek, who GRC had to play, and Tate's Creek beat them first game. So that was a big one for Central.
Yeah, Indians had a much better chance, a path to winning a postseason playoff game. They did just that, and that win over GRC was a big reason for it. Can they get it tonight in basketball? Again, not as much riding on an early December basketball game. Again, not a region opponent, not a district opponent. But for a young basketball team trying to find their way in the early part of the season, it is a big one. It's here at home, and the Indians will take on the Cardinals. They tip off about 8 minutes away as we step aside for another commercial break. Glad to have you along with us here, folks, on WBON TV.
It's the common thread that ties us together, making life better for everyone. At CVNB, that means better banking, better accounts and lending, better experiences, better schools and better communities. Better. It's what ties us together. CVNB. Bank better.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Support local and get your vehicle running at its peak performance with CT Diesel Performance off Exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff specialize in diesel performance and repair that will service any vehicle, big or small, with oil changes, brakes, tires, alignments, and more. Broke down and need a tow? Well, call CT Diesel at 859-699-8712. Like them on Facebook to enter a weekly drawing for a free oil change. CT Diesel Performance off Exit 97 in Richmond.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care only $20. DOT and CDL physicals are only $65. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Walmart is open every day 9 to 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care, here when you need us.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Looking for some fun? The Galaxy Bowling Center has a league for you. No matter your skill level, you can come out, make some new friends, and have a great time. Call 624-4444 for details. Or if you're more of a trivia person, Champions Grill has you covered every Tuesday starting at 7 with great prizes and all-you-can-eat wings for only $19.99. Why go anywhere else? The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Grill, your ticket to fun just off I-75, exit 87 in Richmond.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
'Tis the season for sickness. Protect yourself and those around you with vaccinations at the Harness Health Pharmacies, powered by Mercy Health. Mercy Health Pharmacies offer vaccines for influenza, COVID-19, pneumonia, and RSV. Most vaccines are covered by the insurance, and in case they are not, Harness Health Pharmacy also partners with the primary care clinics for patients that are required by insurance to receive their vaccines there. Stop by the Harness Health Pharmacy in Irvin, located next to the Mercy Health Irvin Primary Care.
For over 40 years, Lake's Funeral Home and Crematory in Berea have been helping families through the hardest times in their lives. With traditional burial planning to cremation, the folks at Lake's can help you honor your loved ones with final arrangements. Lake's can also help pre-plan now. Let your family members know what you want and help ease their burden. Visit lakesfuneralhome.com to learn how easy it can be to pre-plan. Lake's Funeral Home and Crematory, the only on-site crematory in Madison County.
Whitaker Bank in Madison County is your local bank for convenience. With more branches than literally any other bank in Madison County, why go anywhere else? Whitaker Bank is known for their friendly customer service and easy access drive-thrus. Whitaker Bank, your home for local, friendly, family banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
For years, Richmond residents have been searching for a heating and air company that can do it all. That search is now over. Don't let the name fool you. Fayette Heating and Air serves all over Central Kentucky for both commercial and residential customers. With Fayette Heating and Air, they promise that no matter the issue, no matter the time, you can expect award-winning heating repairs the first time, every time. Visit FayetteHeating.com to learn about special financing and how to sign up for the Comfy Club. With Fayette Heating and Air, complete home solutions. We're back in Richmond in the A&W All-American Foods Game of the Week. It's Madison Central and George Rogers Clark. Dawson Rule, Michael Watkins here with you. Take a look now at tonight's Star Watch, sponsored by Jerry Goebel, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And we have seen a couple of really good players for these two teams. Dawson, Cody Morrison, and Ty Thomas, the two top scorers for the Madison Central Indians. They've been there for the Indians too, those first 3 games. The only 2 guys in double figures. And for the Cardinals of George Rogers Clark, only 1 game, but Malachi Ashford, a transfer in from Paris, the top scorer for GRC, 22 points in that win over Campbell County. And that's your star to watch for the GRC Cardinals. And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there just like those guys have been for their team. Don't forget to like Jerry Goebel, State Farm Insurance on Facebook. Learn more about the insurance you may not have even knew that you needed. Live here in Richmond, Dawson Rule, Michael Watkins wrapping up the Citizens Guarantee Bank pregame show. We are glad to have you along with us. Tip-off is about to commence here with the two teams ready to go. The Indians, the home team, GRC here on the road, and a lot of matchups between these two teams, Dawson. A lot of familiarity between these two coaches.
Yeah, like we said, different regions, but they're pretty close, and they do play each other every year. This has been a home and home for, man, as long as I can remember. And, you know, they call it the battle for the bridge in football. I'm sure they keep it the same way in basketball. And these teams are two talented programs that go way back in terms of how long they've won. I mean, these are really winning programs, and I'm expecting a good one tonight, even though GRC probably has a little bit more known talent. I expect Madison Central to make this a ball game.
Dating back to 1997, the only year that I can see just through a quick glance, every year since 1997 except for 2020, they have played at least one game against each other. A couple of times they played twice against one another. So
last year, remember, they played, we did that game at GRC. It was a close game, and GRC was a state favorite. Central was able to keep that close. It always seems like it's a close game no matter how good both teams are.
So here are the starters for tonight's game.
Starting at guard, a 5'9" sophomore, number 5, Malachi Ashford.
Malachi Ashford, the top scorer for the Cardinals.
5'11" senior, number 3, Rashawn Hampton.
That's the guy that's returning, yeah.
Yep, the only returning starter from last year's team.
2-inch senior, number 12, J.P. Gaines. And starting at guard, a 6'2" senior, number 13, Braylon Morrison. The Cardinals are coached by assistant coach Joseph Gomez, Taylor Howard, Dylan James, Ryan Whitaker, and the head coach, Josh L. Cook.
Starting 5 for the Cardinals, and now for Madison Central.
Kind of feeling more basketball mode now. I mean, the first couple weeks, it always takes you a little while, but now it feels like we're really starting to get into basketball. Football's 100% over with, and it's basketball season. Lansall will be a threat to shoot the 3 ball. He was really good at that last year in JV.
There you go. Thomas, Morrison, Ray, Lansall, and Elijah Steele. Steele really the only returner from last year's team that made it to the first round semifinals of the 11th region tournament, losing to Frederick Douglass. It'll be Thomas to tip it off for Madison Central, and for GRC, it's number 11, Montez Gay, the freshman. How about our guy John Mark getting us some notes on the Cardinals today? I have to put him on the payroll.
Oh, man. I mean, it's really good handwriting. Way better than mine.
Lansall, that'll get us started with a 3 from the left corner, and the Indians strike first here against GRC.
Well, I said it in the intros. This guy's a three-point shooter. He hit a lot last year in JV, and he starts us out 3-0 Indians.
Cardinals trying to get Rashawn Hampton open. Now they swing it around over to Ashford. And on the left wing, Cody Morrison defending against Breland Morrison. And in the Morrison-Morrison matchup, a turnover. The Indians will get it back, and they'll face a little full-court pressure. Easily beaten up the floor. It's Lansall. Splits a double team. Ray spun away from a defender, but a quick whistle and a foul called against the Cardinals.
Going back to the other side real quick, I like how Morrison kind of used his body to force the GRC guy to kind of lose his footing and travel.
So Ray to inbound. Up top to Steele. Elijah got injured at the very first football game of the year. Got a few games in late in the season, but never really 100%. Got to see him out there with that left forearm taped up, the left elbow. That was where the injury occurred. You can see number 22 there on that left wrist. Got that injury taped up.
He recovered well from that. It was, what, maybe 6-7 weeks or something like that, and he was back out there.
Here's Morrison, and we got a moving screen. Thomas tried to set it for him. And that's one thing that John Bentley is really going to be helpful with this coaching staff. You got guys like Pyatt and Park who can really help the young guards, but John Bentley brings a different type of coaching mindset to the big guys on this roster, especially a young guy like Ty Thomas. Good defense from Lansall as he takes on the matchup of Hampton. A deep three to tie us up hard, and a rebound to Landon Ray. Up the floor, Morrison. Cody can shoot. Lansall as well. He'll work against Hampton. Now swing it over to Landon Ray. Thomas sets the screen. Oh, Ray had him. Thomas gets it. A little head fake. Tough shot. Good defense by the Cardinals as that help defense is there. Now Hampton driving in. Missing. Got it back, and he put it in.
That's why you stick with it. Good follow there for Hampton.
Rashad Hampton aggressive on the glass, and he'll put it in. Lansall in trouble. Spins away to Morrison. Bounce pass to Ray. Indians handling the pressure well. They're going to have to do that all night long. And I like what Coach Cook is doing. Going to force these guys to learn how to handle that pressure. They'll see it a lot, especially when they start playing those 11th region games. Here's a nice rebound off the miss. Cardinals back the other way. Inside. Woo, wow. Pretty finish. As up and in for two, Malachi Ashford.
Only a sophomore, too. And we said they're starting a sophomore and a freshman. We say Central's young. We forget they're still starting 3 seniors. Yeah. They just haven't had a lot of varsity minutes. That's why we think they're so young.
Morrison, pump fake, drive. Had Thomas open, but couldn't really find an angle to drop it off to him. GRC with the lead and the basketball. And a nice putback on the reverse, laid up and in. As with the two, J.P. Gaines. Gaines got some minutes off the bench last year for the Cardinals. And, well, a nice replay there on the Bluegrass Restoration and Construction replay.
Number 12, Gaines. 31.
Here's Ray. Up, turned it over. Easy. Oh, man, almost a poster of Eli Steele from the young Montez Gay. But Steele held him out long enough to miss the dunk attempt. It'll be free throws coming up. A 7-3 lead for the Cardinals.
Kind of a win-win right there. You don't end up on a poster, and you got to make them earn it at the line, so you'll take that.
But already early on, the pressure from GRC forcing turnovers by Madison Central. And we'll see an early substitution as
Luke Asher, the sophomore.
See who Asher's going to get. Couldn't make it, and Eli Steele will bring it up. Across the way, wide open Ray. 3, no again. You talked about it, Dawson. Got to make the threes. They've had plenty of chances. GRC will lay it up for 2, and we got a timeout. Madison Central, a 10-3 deficit after leading 3-0. 10 straight by the Cardinals. Will step aside and come back on WBON TV.
Gwen's Fine Jewelers, voted best of the best jewelry store and voted best of the best jewelry repair shop. Gwen's has the best prices on diamonds. Let Gwen's design your dream ring. Gwen's Fine Jewelers, located next to Hobby Lobby in the Carriage Gate Shopping Center, Richmond. Or find them online at gwensfinejewelers.com.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Back at the action here on WBON TV. A quick jumper at the other end for GRC comes off. A lot of letters there. WBON TV, GRC, and a missed 3.
And you and me. There we go.
It's you and me. All right, I'm done. Here's Ray open, top of the key. Cannot make the triple. Another missed 3 for the Indians. And Dawson, our 2 keys tonight. My key was get off to a good start. We're down 10-3. Your key was knock down the 3 ball. They haven't done that either. Only 1 3-pointer went down. That was Lansall in the opening possession. And since then, they have gone ice cold. I think they've missed 7 straight from beyond the arc.
Another thing hurt right now is Central's getting out physical on the glass down here. I mean, they're not getting any offensive rebounds, and GRC's pulling them all down for easy buckets.
Hampton got him away with a little bit of a travel there. He's got it back, picked up by the youngster Will Richardson, who a lot of folks are excited about. Talking to John Bentley before the game, he said Richardson was a really good young kid. And speaking of really good young kids, a nice move inside as the shot falls for Malachi Ashford. And he'll go to the free throw line.
Coach Feldhouse is already going deep in his bench, pulling out Cam Steele, another sophomore. This is supposed to be one of their super classes. They've got, 10 sophomores. He's just pulling guys off the bench now, seeing what works.
Number 10, Cam Steele.
Free throw to cap off the three-point play is good. It's a 13-3 lead, 13 unanswered by the Cardinals. Morrison bounce pass to Steele. Cam in the game now. Cam Steele to Elijah Steele. Now back over to Richardson. It's Eli up top. Forces his way in. Floater too hard. And the rebound controlled by GRC. Quickly the other way. Nice feed inside. Gaines will make it a 12-point Cardinal lead. Nothing going right for Madison Central.
And you'll see this growing pains with this team throughout the year. Just not a lot of guys who've played big teams and big varsity minutes. So we'll see them kind of develop throughout the year. And this is a big test for them to see how they can compete against a solid GRC bunch.
Still up top, Morrison. Cody, little head fake. Floater again. That time it's good. Morrison on the board. He's got 2. Lansall with 3. And for Madison Central, a 15-5 advantage.
Yeah, I think maybe one of these bench guys can eventually provide a spark, but the Indians got to get a stop on defense.
Hampton, this is the open 3. Let's see if they can turn it into some offense on the other end. Cam Steele, Elijah Steele, Morrison, Richardson. Now back to Cam. Had a really good game in the JV game earlier on. Indians won that one. Richardson swings it around. Cam Steele back to Richardson. Pump fake. Hampton there defensively. Now back to Eli Steele. Morrison with it. GRC really good defensively. Over to Eli. He'll get a screen from Asher. Floater. Got it blocked. And here come the Cardinals the other way. Long outlet. 3 on the way. No. And Asher went up and he'll commit the foul. Got boxed out on offense, or on defense, excuse me, and picks up the personal.
Tough because he had it. Looked like first for about half a second, but you're not going to get that call ever when you're behind the guy going up.
And more youth coming into the game for Alan Feldhouse as checking in Goatley, the freshman guard, and Lansall into the game. So not only going young, but going small is Madison Central, Dawson, with Lansall, Steele, Goatley, Richardson, and Asher, the only big man in there right now.
I mean, this kind of feels like one of those old Coach Cal teams where you throw a bunch of freshmen in to see what lineup works. This is a perfect game for Coach Feldhouse to do that right now. Throw a bunch of younger guys out there with some of these seniors and find what lineups work.
16-5. Over to Steele. Now Lansall, nice feed, Richardson. They'll beat the trap. And Coach Cook begging for a travel, didn't get the call. Here's Richardson, swing it over to Steele, kind of bobbled it. Working against the defense of Hampton. Now Lansall into Asher. Luke gonna work in the paint, and he'll draw the foul.
I like the feed in there to Asher. He's a young guy, but got some size, and it's going to have to be him and Thomas, not only on the glass, but going up in the paint and trying to at least, if not score, at least draw some contact, and we'll see if Central can hit their free throws tonight. Typically, Coach Feldhouse teams hit their free throws.
So. Yeah, gonna need to hit these.
Jinxed them.
Keep themselves in the game here early on. Missed that one. Another free throw to come. Morrison back into the game for GRC. And they're along with Eli Craig. Got Gaines, Hampton, and number 5, that's Malachi Ashford. Throw good. Make it 16-6, 10-point lead. Ashford brings it up the floor. Malachi, 22 points in that win over Campbell County last week. Oh, nice move. Spinning in over Cam Steele and kind of yelled in the ear of Steele as he finished the shot. 12-point lead, GRC. Richardson in trouble. Beats the 10-second clock. Now Steele wide open. Goatley for 3. It's coming off. The Indians cannot knock down a shot. Another nice kick out, but 3-point attempt, no. And the Cardinals looking to add to a 12-point lead as we close out the first quarter. Under 30 seconds to play. Ashford kick it out. Hampton wide open 3. That's what he does. And that's why you don't leave him open. 21-6. Richardson.
Already in the first quarter, kind of blown up here in Central's face. Maybe they'll make some adjustments here, but it's really bad already.
Near turnover. Keep it alive. And a chance to throw it in with 10.6 to play in a 15-point deficit.
I'd say it's important to at least get some points on this possession for Madison Central. I mean, you don't want to go down 21-6 or 23-6 if GRC can get the ball back. They go down, score in a hurry.
Richardson cannot get it inbounds. Finally finds Goatley under 10 seconds. Steele. Got to get it going here. 5 seconds. Got to make a move.
He's going to pull up.
Going to have to. Kick it out. Open 3. And that one good as Richardson at the buzzer. Finally gets one to fall. And the Indians cut that deficit down to 12. 21-9 after 1 in Richmond on WBON TV.
Hi there, I'm Alan Feldhouse Jr., head basketball coach at Madison Central High School. Here at MCHS, we have built a winning team. And I'd like to tell you about another local winning team, family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. They specialize in roofing, general construction, and home maintenance services. Just like on the court, you need a team that will work together to get the job done. And that's exactly what BRC does. Give them a call at 859-353-1133. Row Tribe.
Whether you're looking for dependability in the game or on the road, Madison County is where you'll find it. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond has the trucks you can depend on and a winning tradition just like our great local sports teams. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see our lineup of dependable trucks and become part of the winning tradition.
So after once, Madison Central down 21-9, but a big 3 by Will Richardson to kind of stop the bleeding at the moment. And GRC will inbound to start the second quarter. Dawson Rule, Michael Watkins here on the call with you tonight. Glad to have you along with us for some boys high school basketball action. Hampton gets it picked up by Lansall. Rashawn, deep 3 though, defender right in his face. Cannot knock it down with an offensive rebound for the Cardinals. Driving in, and a tough finish is Breland Morrison.
And that's just tough to guard when they're slicing you up, driving to the paint like that. They're just throwing up those shots. They're going in, though. They're athletic. GRC is a very athletic basketball team.
Kick out, Asher. Nice move, but could not get the shot to fall. 23-9, Cardinals looking for more. Picked up by Richardson. Throw it up top. Give it off to Morrison. Breland on the drive, stolen away by the Indians.
Yeah, Thomas, a little bit experienced senior, got in there and just took it from him.
Up, a near steal back by Morrison. It'll stay with the Indians.
Lots of rotating guys in and out still here in the second quarter, and that's what we're going to see.
Cody Morrison back in along with Landon Ray. I like it, though. It's going to keep these guys fresh because when you play, the pressure and the physicality of GRC, it can wear down some of these young guys. Lansaw, jumper, good. Nice, pretty J from the elbow by Lansaw. He's got 5 of the 11 for Madison Central. And once again, cutting the lead down to 12.
Doing his part, shooting it pretty.
Step back 3. Too hard. Rebound Richardson. See if Landon Ray can get going for the Indians. Landon gets in the paint, kicks it out. Richardson swing it around Morrison. Cody fakes the pass, drives in, and he will lay it in.
Well, Central's got it back to 9 single digits now. Timeout GRC.
23-13. I don't know where you went to high school at, Dawson, but you got to get that math fixed.
Oh, my fault. Hey, I know exactly where I went to high school.
I got to give you a hard time. You know I do.
My fault.
10-point lead here for GRC, and you talked about it, though. Cutting the lead in, now down to 10. Doing a good job of kind of building some momentum here. You got to just keep building on that if you're Madison Central. They have not done what the 2 keys were. We said get off to a good start and knock down your 3-pointers. But now with those 3-pointers not falling, are starting to get inside and see if they can knock down some easy ones.
Yeah, and they got to find some guys as they go throughout the game who can step up and hit shots. I mean, when they get in a lull, they don't have someone they can go last year. Okay, go get us a couple buckets. We'll get back into it. Who's that guy going to be this year for Central? I'm not sure.
Yeah, last year had a couple of guys. Jalen Davis could get you one. You throw it down to Robbie Todd. He could help you out. Hampton misses a 3. Wanted a foul call. Coach Cook livid with the official right in his ear as Ray brings it up the floor. He's stripped and the ball loose. GRC's got it. Outlet to Gaines, and he'll lay it in. 25-13, under 6 minutes to play. Here's Cody Morrison. Finds Lansaw, and Hampton all over him. Richardson open, and J.P. Gaines hit the deck. His head hit the floor, but he appears to be okay.
Yeah, Cook for GRC. He's like, you're going to call that on them, but not on the other side?
Guy came charging in on him. Yeah, Gaines going to come out. They're going to check on him. Check on that wrist. Head hit the floor, and he kind of used his wrist to soften the blow. So they'll check on him as Indians come in. It's Ray. Hampton, yeah, that's going to be a foul. And Coach Cook again saying you're going to call that one. Does not agree with the call. It was a little bit of a bump, but they let that one go on the other end. But as a Central fan, you'll take it.
And with as aggressive and handsy as GRC is on defense, they're going to get some calls like that, or they'll have some plays like that where they'll get a couple extra fouls.
Another deflection stolen away by GRC. Another Madison Central turnover. Too many of those here already through basically just 11 minutes. There's a throw inside to Hampton. Missed the layup. Rashawn's missed a lot of open shots. Other way come the Indians, down by 12. Hampton hits the deck. Give it out to Morrison. Yeah, Coach Cook telling Hampton to just play ball. Quit worrying about the officials. Rashawn, every time he hits the floor or gets next to a player, he's looking over at the sideline. Coach Cook just telling him, hey, let's just play ball, man.
Yeah, they're not going to call that with these 2 teams. They're not going to call those little fouls. That's not the kind of game this is, especially with how aggressive GRC is defensively. They're a good defensive team, but with that, they're not going to get those simple calls, too.
Throw it over to Lansaw on the left wing, and Jacob. Make that Ray, excuse me. Morrison cutting back door. Couldn't handle the pass, and now they'll have to reset. Cody working against the defensive Morrison. One Morrison guarding the other. Ray drives in and treble. Goes back to Cody. Baseline drive. Give it out to Richardson for 3. He's hit 2 of them. Will Richardson and Dawson. A lot of these kids out there playing right now played a ton of minutes in that JV game.
Yeah, so they're warmed up, ready to go, hitting some shots. Now they've got it to 9. So let's see if the Indians defense can step up now, get some stops.
Here's Hampton. He has been chatting with the officials a lot here in the first half. He and Lansaw matched up on this end. Here's Rashawn, picked up by Lansaw, driving in. There's a whistle underneath, and they're going to say, I think, 2 shots.
Really? Huh.
And now Coach Feldhouse doesn't like the call.
Well, Hampton isn't afraid to drive it. He's not afraid to shoot it, and he's not afraid to take contact. He's kind of a do-it-all scorer.
I feel bad for that official. He had Coach Cook in his ear on one end, and now one of the best to ever get on him, Allen Feldhouse Jr. right in his ear on this end.
Imagine you're looking at who you're going to ref tonight. You're like, oh, man, I got Central. That's going to be tough enough as it is.
Hampton, and a technical foul on Allen Feldhouse. Yeah, Coach Cook telling his guys, hey, we got to stop talking because they're already getting tired of us. Just stop talking to them. So a technical foul on Feldhouse Jr. and free throws for GRC. It looks like Malachi Ashford will take those, and already a 10-point lead for the Cardinals.
At least he was kind enough to let the free throw happen first, because he was probably going to tee him up anyway. At least let the free throw happen.
So Ashford to shoot the 2. He'll make the first. Coach Feldhouse didn't like the call on Lansall. He thought that Jacob was moving his feet. The official didn't agree. They kept kind of going back and forth, and then eventually it was a technical foul against the legendary Allen Feldhouse. Hall of Famer, soon to be.
Oh, yeah. All the above, done everything. He said he was in year 37 overall as a head coach, and I think he's been at Central for 31, something like that.
Feet inside. Oh, that's a travel. Got away with it and finished. Nice shot by Montez Gay, just a freshman, putting it in the basket and showing how good athletic he can be. Here's Richardson. He's hit a couple of threes here. Ray on the drive. Now it's Morrison spinning away from the defense. Back the other way. And that is good. GRC starting to add to the lead.
Got it down the court quick. Nice full court pass and set up his guy. Typically, with the size GRC's got, they're going to win that and one advantage going up to the basket.
Free throw comes off. 32-16. Oh, nice feed to Hampton, and it's good.
I don't know why they blew it dead there. Official was saying something to, I think, GRC's coach. Good job there by Thomas. Over 2 guys about his size got the big layup.
Here's Ashford over to Morrison. Hampton, a deep 3. Pretty shot.
Man, he's letting it fly, and he'll hit it or miss it, and then he'll just keep going. It doesn't matter until he makes it again.
Cardinals, number 13.
Will be fouled Morrison, one of the seniors for GRC.
Morrison. Entering the game, number 22, Eli Steele.
Lansall got hit, no call. Cardinals back the other way.
Maybe got a piece of that basketball, too.
37-18. This lead has gotten out of hand quickly. Still plenty of time in this game, but you got to try to make a run now, Dawson.
Yeah.
3 comes off. Hampton right there for the rebound, and he'll add to it.
Well, you got 2 guys down there, Morrison and Thomas. One of those 2 has to get it over him.
39-18, a 21-point lead. Here's Ray. Landon working his way inside. Kick it out. 3 on the way from Lansall. Too hard. And Rashawn with the rebound. He'll attack the other way. Lay it in for 2 more. 41-18.
He's just taking over now.
Morrison kicks it out to Lansall.
Yeah, we've got to get Landon Ray involved here. He's a scorer, too, and can shoot the ball. Has not been the go-to guy tonight for Madison Central.
Morrison looking inside. He's got Thomas. Ty. Oh, wide open. Eli Steele. They call it a 2. He did have a toe on the line. Count the shot for Eli Steele.
Yeah, he's definitely a guy who's got a lot of varsity experience. Let's see him step up here and hit some more shots as well and kind of help his team get through this tough game.
Got to get some offense going, but you got to get some stops as well. Wide open inside. Nice defense by Morrison.
Yeah,
coming in
great
from the weak side. Cody will bring it up. 44 seconds to play. Looking around. Throws it over to Steele. Now it's in the hands of Ray. Landon. In trouble. Finds Lansall. Bounce pass to Steele. Eli. Feed Thomas. See if we can get Ty going. Back to the basket. Force your way in. It's a tough shot. Won't go. Rebound to, I think that's number 11. Yeah, Montez Gay, the freshman. Man, he's good.
A lot of seniors and juniors, but he's the one freshman on this varsity roster. And no, excuse me, there's 3, but he's the one playing is what I meant to say.
Yeah, the only guy that really gets rotational minutes. 41-20. They throw it over to him in a moving screen called against Maddox Campbell, the junior forward.
See if you can get it to within 20 here with a basket for Central. 8 seconds.
Richardson to throw it in. To Ray. Ray going to face a little 2-2-1 half-court trap. Got to get a move. Yep, backcourt violation. 2.1 on the clock, and just didn't work out for the Indians' offense.
You only got 8 seconds. You got to push it towards the basket, not look to kick it out.
Well, you don't want to allow a basket here. You want to try to at least keep this deficit where it's at going into the locker room. More subs coming in. It's Breland Morrison. He'll check in. Coming out, number 4, Eli Craig. They'll lob it into the paint, deflected, and the first half will come to an end. Thomas throws it up. Would have counted, but will not go down. And the Indians down big at the half, 41-20. Samantha Burford trying to catch Alan Feldhouse Jr., and will send it down to Samantha.
Coach, talk to us about the defensive pressure that you felt from GRC tonight, and how are you going to combat that?
We knew that was coming. Got as few experienced players as we got. They're going to pour the heat on. We just got in a hurry. We didn't really turn it over. We just shot it too quick. And then we shoot it too quick, it ends up in layups down here. So we'll get better second half.
Tell us how you're going to do that. What are we going to expect in that scene?
We've got to go inside the time. When we do that, we've got one advantage. He's taller than everybody else. we got to use him and play off of him and get some of these older guys to settle down. I trust my sophomores more than older guys right now as far as not turning it over and stuff. So we'll get better.
All right, thanks, Coach. All right, we're going to take that commercial break. When we come back, you'll hear all the halftime statistics right after this message.
Hi, I'm Haley, one of the owners and managers at Just Love Coffee in Berea. Just Love Coffee is a franchise that was set up as a mission of love to help children get adopted. Just Love Coffee is a full-service restaurant that features artisan coffee creations, plus an all-day food menu that includes golden waffles, delicious sandwiches, and filling craveable wraps. Just Love Coffee, a half mile off exit 76 in Berea, in our newly renovated location at 636 Chestnut Street.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look.
Thanks.
Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach, it's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
Trucking companies are looking for qualified licensed drivers. Get your CDL training at Exodus Driver Training, located on Richmond Road, connected to Renfro's Collision in Berea. Take advantage of their flexible training schedule or get your license in just 4 weeks. Exodus Driver Training is your way out of the cubicle, out of staring at the same 4 walls, out of that factory job you can't stand. Your way out to an open road of opportunity. Financing available. Visit excdl.com to learn more or like them on Facebook.
If it won't go down.
Call Mr. Rooter, the best in town.
What do I do now?
Call Mr. Rooter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Rooter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home clean for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Rooter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Rooter.
Bye-bye, Poopy.
It's time for the Galaxy Bowling Center halftime show. Galaxy Bowling Center. We're looking for fun and entertainment for the whole family. There's really only one place to go. Galaxy Bowling Center. And also, we'd like to say that was an entertaining first half there, but only if you're a GRC fan, as they take a 41-20 halftime lead into the locker room, and not much good there going on for Madison Central.
Yeah, started out promising with that 3, and after that, it's kind of pulled away. I mean, this GRC team, they're not the typical GRC, like, best team in the state, but they're still loaded. I mean, they've got guys come in from other counties. They've got they've got some returners. They've got young talent. There's always going to be talent in that program, and Central's just really inexperienced this year. I didn't expect 21 at halftime, but I expected it to be maybe 10, 15-ish.
Well, I think when you look at what GRC has done, when you've got a program like they do, talented players, when they leave their team, they'll want to come to you. And we've seen that over the last few years, and rightfully so. Madison Central trying to build, with a young team right now. And as of right now, it's really going GRC's way. We see Real Richardson knock down that 3. He had a couple of them there in the first half, but 3-pointers and getting off to a good start were the 2 keys that you and I had for the game tonight for the Indians, and neither of those were the case there in that first half.
I hope Feldhaus, he said that message about trusting his sophomores more. I hope he gets these seniors and juniors some more playing time, but he may just decide, I'm going to go with my young guys here and let them develop, and my older guys, they'll develop as the season goes on regardless. But I really want these younger guys to get some good experience, especially in a game against a team this good. They could really develop quickly.
Let's step aside for another 3-minute commercial break as we take a look at some more of the bluegrass restoration and construction highlights there in the first half. When we come back, we'll look at some of the stats in the first half between these two teams on the Galaxy Bowling Center halftime show, WBON TV.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram, or it's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Hey Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
It's the common thread that ties us together, making life better for everyone. At CVNB, that means better banking, better accounts and lending, better experiences, better schools and better communities. Better. It's what ties us together. CVNB. Bank better.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Support local and get your vehicle running at its peak performance with CT Diesel Performance South Exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff specialize in diesel performance and repair that will service any vehicle, big or small, with oil changes, brakes, tires, alignments, and more. Broke down and need a tow? Well, call CT Diesel at 859-699-8712. Like them on Facebook to enter a weekly drawing for a free oil change. CT Diesel Performance off Exit 97 in Richmond. At the half, a 41-20 lead for GRC. Looking at some of the numbers, Rashawn Hampton, the top scorer in the game with 15 points. 9 points for Malachi Ashford, 8 points for JP Gaines. 5 points for Montez Gay, the freshman, and then 4 points for Breland Morrison to give 41 for the Cardinals. Dawson, 5 turnovers for GRC there in the first half. Madison Central only had 6, but it seemed like all 6 came at a bad time for them.
Yeah, and looking at some of the starters, not got the most points for the Indians.
Yeah.
Some of these bench guys are contributing some, and Will Richardson being one of them.
Yeah, top scorer off the bench.
Yeah, and he's only got 6. So Central's going to have to be a little bit more aggressive, whether it's feeding it inside or trying to find an open shooter or create space to get an open shooter at getting their shot. I think they can. Now, 21 points is a big deficit, especially against a good team. Nothing's impossible, but I do expect to see a little bit better scoring from Madison Central here in the second half.
Yeah, Indians down 41-20 here at the half, and we talked about those numbers right now. Shooting just 34.8% in that first half. 8 of 23 from the field, 2 of 9 from the 3 of 9 from the three-point line. We said three-pointers were going to be key. They shoot 3 of 9. GRC just 2 of 9 there in the first half.
But they're so aggressive, they can just take it to the basket, either take it themselves or they're going to find somebody cutting in and scoring.
Well, the difference is, we talked about the experience. You got guys like Hampton. And
oh, man, yeah.
He's just built differently than some of these young guys are for Central. He's a big-bodied kid. You can tell he's hit the weight room hard, and that's a real reason why you can get inside to get a good look at him there. He's just a good, stocky, strong kid that can shoot the ball, and he had a really good first half. 15 points for GRC. We'll step aside for another quick 1-minute commercial break. We'll come back and get you ready for the second half here on the Galaxy Bowling Center Halftime Show, WBON TV.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care only $20. DOT and CDL physicals are only $65. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Walmart is open every day 9 to 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care, here when you need us.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
41-20 halftime scores. We go to the third quarter. Second half about to begin in Richmond with Madison Central down by 21 points. And they'll start the third quarter with those 5 starters: Morrison, Steele, Landon Ray, along with Lansaw and Ty Thomas. They come into Thomas to get us started. Ty. We said Coach Fedhouse said going to try to work it inside some more. Ty lost the handle, got it back, and a nice soft touch as he's able to finish for 2.
Good job by Thomas there. Almost lost it. Went up with it again and had the shooter's bounce, I guess you could say, the home bounce.
Yeah, the soft touch in the hands of Ashford. 22 points against Campbell County. Kind of a quiet first half following that performance, but he'll get an assist here, scoring 2 more. Breland Morrison, he's got 6.
It's just constant for GRC, and I don't know if it's just their physicality, athleticism, but Central's defense, they got a lot to work on.
Here's Lansaw, swing it around, Elijah Steele. Jacob, make that Ray. Taking it out, Steele. Now Lansaw back with it, looking inside the Thomas. They're force-feeding him here to start the third quarter. And, yeah, it's an offensive foul. Oh, wow, they called a foul on Gaines. I thought Thomas might have got called for the offensive foul with the hook. Indians catch a break there, though.
50-50, but I like the aggressiveness from Thomas here in the second half. He's going to have to use his size. I mean, he's one of the bigger guys on the entire team this year. He's going to have to learn to be more physical and aggressive down there when he's posting up.
Coming the backcourt to Lansaw. Right wing, it's Steele. Had Thomas inside.
Give it to him again. Why not? See if you can get him a layup here.
Stolen away. Here come the Cardinals. Ashford on the drive. He'll swing it up to Gay. Montez back to Ashford. In trouble. Now Morrison working on Cody Morrison. Breland misses the 2. And here we go back the other way. Landon Ray with it for the Indians. Landon driving in, lays it off for Thomas. Ty, there we go, up and in. Nice strong move and using that size like he talked about, Dawson.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I'd feed him some more and let him try and draw some fouls. Maybe if you can get GRC in a little bit of foul trouble and get to the free throw line, you can slowly start cutting away at some points and make it a ball game.
Hampton. Wow.
Man, Hampton, like you said, he's just different.
Step back 3, looks up to the crowd, and Coach Cook says, okay, let's calm down a little bit here. Calls the timeout, 30-second TO and a 22-point lead, and Rashawn Hampton a big reason why. 18 points in the game for GRC.
They're kind of, well, I don't want to say they're completely playing like Central's team last year did, but they're sure hitting shots like they did last year.
.22 edge, and the Cardinals looking to add to it here is Central will have the ball coming out of the timeout.
I'll have to
look at GRC ball.
I'm interested to see. I don't know where the KSR rankings have GRC this year, but I'll be interested to see after this game where they were and if they're going to move up at all. Well, Southern moved down 1 spot. They're at number 22 now.
Well, I think with GRC, they're kind of a little bit of an unknown as well. You know, you don't know much about the freshman Gay. Here's a steal by Gaines and then a pushing foul by Landon Ray. But you don't know much about, the freshmen. Then you get a couple of new guys coming into the team. So how good can they be in Ashford and the other transfer, Breland Morrison? So I think once teams start to play them and some of those guys from the Herald Leader and the Courier Journal, KSR, those guys that do those rankings, I think once they see them play, might change their mind a bit.
Yeah, they're really good, and I know Mason County in the 10th region has been knocking on the door, so maybe this could be a year where it's not 100% guaranteed GRC's going to win, but they still have a really good team, and they can easily win the 10th region. Don't get it wrong, but I know Mason County's been real close the last couple of years.
Good defense from Ray, forced a tough shot from Ashford, and Landon will bring it up the floor. Landon Ray to Morrison, swing it left side, Eli Steele. Throw it inside, and he threw it away from Thomas. And Coach Feldhouse going to quickly go back to his bench. Richardson will come up to the scorer's table. We've got an offensive foul on Hampton. Tell you what, Hampton and Lansaw have been going back and forth on both sides of the floor all game long.
Entering against the Indians, number 4, Will Richardson.
kind of player Hampton is. He'll get a lot of good buckets, and you'll be like, wow, but sometimes he'll just make a silly play like that when he could have passed it to a wide-open guy.
Richardson's got it. Over to Landon Ray. Thomas posting up.
Not a bad look from Richardson. Just missed it a little bit there.
Fight for it. Ball's loose, and Richardson will bring it up the floor. Bounce pass over to Ray. Ray on the drive. Kick it out. Richardson, a little head fake. Now a three from Lansall. Too hard. And over the back foul on Thomas.
Good look, and they've got some of the looks so far. That's one of the guys you want shooting threes. Just didn't work out there for Jacob Lansall.
The Indians number 34, Thomas. Entering the game, the Indians.
More youth coming in.
Yep, Goatley back in the game as well. So Goatley, Richardson, Ray, Thomas, and Morrison for Madison Central. Kind of stalemate right now, these first 4 minutes of the third quarter. GRC's tacked on 1 point to a 21-point halftime lead. Feed it in. And up for two is Montez Gay, the freshman.
Yeah, Richardson and Morrison both went for it, and they both kind of just missed the ball.
Here's Will. Up top, Ray. Landon, head fake. Drives in, and he traveled with it. He had a shot, Dawson, but he hesitated. And the official calls him for the travel. Drug that pivot foot.
Just a little bit. I didn't know if they're going to let him get away with it or not, but I think he thought maybe that size, he may need an extra second to pump fake or hesitate to get it up an easier shot.
Oh, Hampton step back three. No, this time got his own rebound. Forces his way down, and he threw it away.
He's feast or famine. He'll either get a big play for you, or he'll turn that ball over twice.
Trying to do too much. I mean, he's having a good game, but he's also kind of been impatient with it at times as well.
We're up 24. You can get away with it.
Cam Steele back in the game. Richardson to Morrison. Cody open. Will take a three and knock it down. Nice shot, Cody Morrison. Cody got some sporadic minutes last year. Showed he can be a three-point threat. Hits one there. Cut that lead back down to 21 points.
Try and get some more open guys like that.
Yeah,
see if shots will fall.
Montez Gay just too big because Ashford finds himself open for three, but he missed everything. Was it blocked? It was. It's blocked by Madison Central.
In the game for the Cardinals, number 4, Craig.
Ashford to throw it in. Breland Morrison uses the screen to get open for two. It's up to a 23-point GRC lead, 50-27. Here's Cody on the right wing. They'll swing it now. Back up top, Richardson. Back to Goatley. What kind of a name is that?
Maybe he's going to be the GOAT.
Moving screen on Thomas.
I'll use that a lot. Ricky Goatley, the GOAT.
Luke Asher back in. And Ty Thomas will have a seat. 2:22 to play in the third. Madison Central trying to hang around against the Cardinals. Dawson won't be long. Oh, Goatley knocked it away, and it'll stay with GRC.
Won't be long. What were you saying? Won't be long?
It won't be long before it'll be time to pull the plug. But Coach Fellas already with a lot of these young guys in the game, so just trying to let them play through it, I think.
Oh, man, GRC just taking advantage of the lack of size.
Well, you got some Asher and Morrison in there, but they're not the ones guarding Montez Gay. Somehow he's ended up with Goatley or Steele on him multiple times here. So Ashford to trigger it in once again, and Central one foul away from the bonus. So one change that we've seen here in the early week and a half of high school basketball is, again, just too big, Montez Gay. Goatley giving up about 6 inches to it.
Yeah. Freshman, too.
One change we've seen is the foul situation now. It used to be 7 fouls per half, 1-and-1 bonus, and then when you got to 10 fouls, it was 2 free throws. Now, in Kentucky high school basketball, it changed this year. After 5 fouls per quarter, it's 2 free throws.
And that's just set.
That's just set, yeah.
I don't know. That may take some adjustment. I don't know. I kind of like the 1-and-1 in high school.
Yeah, I mean, I did too, because obviously it had been around for a long time, but a minor switch that could impact a lot. Get to the free throw line a little bit earlier, but it's each quarter, so it does reset after each quarter is over. Ashford will bring it up the floor. Central 1 foul away from putting GRC in the bonus. The next foul would give the Cardinals free throws. Morrison swings it up top to Craig. He'll try one from deep. Comes off. Offensive rebound. Put back up and in.
Yeah, not a lot of rebounding for the Tribe tonight so far. They'll have to work on getting on the glass, too.
Goatley bounces it into Asher. He'll face up. Force his way in. A nice little running hook shot as Ashford comes across the timeline.
Thomas and Asher are going to have to develop a strength about them this year where they just have to bully guys.
Pretty move by Ashford at the other end. 56-29. Goatley in the paint. Reach-in foul called against Ashford. That'll be the 4th foul now on GRC. So each team with 4.
In the Cardinals, number 24, Taylor, number 21, Woods.
Wonder if they're going to try one of those. No, they won't. Those where they just kick it right in the paint. You just get the quick layup. Fieldhouse always does that.
It used to be a staple with Will Harden when he was here.
Yeah.
And Cole Brown got it some. Asher, turn around, misses. And the Cardinals with the basketball and a big lead. Looking to push it to 30 here at the Indians' home court. But it has not been a good night shooting or taking care of the basketball for Madison Central for the most part. Here's a 3 by Hampton. Rayshawn, no. And back the other way. Over to Goatley for Madison Central. Another young player in there for Coach Feldhouse. 3 for Richardson. He's hit 2, misses this one. Goatley at the buzzer, no, and the Indians down by 27 after 3. GRC showing why they've been to back-to-back state championship games. A big lead as we go to the 4th quarter on WBON TV.
Looking for some fun? The Galaxy Bowling Center has a league for you. No matter your skill level, you can come out, make some new friends, and have a great time. Call 624-4444 for details. Or if you're more of a trivia person, Champions Grill has you covered every Tuesday starting at 7 with great prizes and all-you-can-eat wings for only $19.99. Why go anywhere else? The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Grill, your ticket to fun just off I-75, exit 87 in Richmond.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
We go to the 4th and final period here in Richmond, where Madison Central has found themselves down 56-29. We go to the 4th quarter, and a big lead for the Cardinals. Dawson, I see Coach Bentley there talking to Ty Thomas again. He and Asher in the game for the first time together, I believe, tonight. So finally putting some size in there and see if they can use that size to their advantage to try to at least cut into this deficit. If you could get it to below 20, you're going to need to obviously score a lot of points in a hurry. But if you can get it below 20 by the 6-minute mark, you can at least put some pressure on GRC to kind of keep doing their own thing on the other end. But a nice defensive play there. Central does have a possession here offensively. See if they can get some offense going. Goatley, bounce pass to Asher. At the elbow, kicks it out. Goatley open for 3, and He missed, but nice rebound. Back up and in by Asher.
Using that size, that could work, two big men.
Timeout, GRC. Coach Cook was not happy with his guys. A quick timeout here in the fourth quarter, and we will take it with them. We'll be back in 1 minute here on WBON.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Fourth quarter underway. GRC gave up an offensive rebound on the putback, and now the Indians with a 25-point deficit. Cardinals with the basketball. They'll go over to Gaines. Nice move. He'll lay it off, and missing the layup. Gay the defensive rebound hauled in by Steele.
Way to be patient, though. You got 2 Indians in the air.
See if Central can get at that deficit even more. Oh, what a feed and what a play drawn up. And Luke Asher gets inside for a quick 2. 56-33.
This Asher guy is not playing so bad off the bench. I kind of like him.
Well, that's the thing we talked about on the sports show on Monday. You know, when they go 9 or 10 deep, there's not a huge drop-off from 1 to 9 or 10. So Coach Feldhouse doesn't feel, you know, last year when you got a superstar like Jalen Davis and Robbie Todd who's playing at EKU and Jaden West who's playing football at EKU, well, then when you go from those guys, there is a more significant drop-off. But with the inexperience and a lot of the youth that's out there for Coach Feldhouse right now, not as big of a drop-off when you go from your top player or 2 down to, again, number 8 or 9 on your bench.
I mean, they had athletes. They had great basketball players. I mean, they're all playing at the college level, like you said, somewhere. So it's a big drop-off, like you said, yeah.
Ashford open for 3 after the second free throw came off, and now a chance to cut into it even more, down by 24.
And then you add in, you know, these guys barely played any besides JV. I mean, you're putting them out here against GRC. That's such a tough matchup for some of them.
Thomas, turner around, comes off, and number just going to be too big, Dawson. The lead going to be too much to overcome here tonight, but we've seen flashes of, you know, what this team could eventually be. And, of course, you know, they've got some more games this week and then a big test next week against Madison Southern.
That'll be a great game down there.
Another missed opportunity. Asher misses inside.
That gym's going to be jumping down there at Southern. I can't wait for both of those games.
Yeah, last time they played in Berea was at Berea College. This year the game will be at Madison Southern. If you can't make it out, you can tune us in on WBON TV next week. Ashford, a nice feed inside, and Hampton makes it a 26-point lead. Steele up the floor, double teamed up top. It's Asher, and this time able to knock down the 12-footer.
6 points so far in the quarter for Asher. Not bad.
Ashford driving in. He'll miss. Floater. Central back the other way. Cody Morrison. Cody to Asher.
Here he goes.
Forced his way inside. We got a reach-in foul called against Gaines.
I like it, though. I like how he's being aggressive, and he's going to get more minutes playing like this.
Well, you look at this sophomore class for the Indians. You've got Asher along with
Howard,
Goatley, who's a freshman, Maddox Hamilton, who's a sophomore, Cam Steele, who's a sophomore, and Will Richardson, who is also a sophomore. This sophomore class, a lot of potential. Steele, baseline drive. Blocked by Hampton, but right to Ty Thomas. He'll knock down the 3.
Maybe we can get Ty on the perimeter a little bit, too, and then you throw Asher as the big guy in there.
Knocking down the 3 ball, and that deficit down to 21. Central keeps fighting, though. That's one thing you got to be proud of if you're Coach Feldhouse. They're not giving up or going to just go away. They're going to keep fighting here till the final buzzer. Nearly halfway through the 4th quarter. Feed inside, and the layup good. 61-38.
Basket by Morrison.
Kickball.
I would like to see some more from Landon Ray, though. We just haven't seen a lot of scoring from him tonight.
Yeah, and Landon's a kid, when he was in middle school, really aggressive. But that's one thing we haven't seen from him tonight is a lot of aggressiveness. Of course, Landon's brother, Braden, was a big member as that 3 ball good from Lansall. Was a big member of that region championship game from a few years ago with Cole Brown and a team that put up a big fight against, I think it was Ballard in the first round of the state tournament.
Yeah, it was Ballard because they had a really tall guy out there.
3 comes off and a rebound by Thomas. Indians can get it below 20 here. Oh, nice move. Landon Ray missed a layup. Central's gotten inside several times here in this 4th quarter, but Asher's missed a couple. As we've got a whistle and a timeout. 63-41, another full timeout for the Cardinals, so let's take it with them. Be back on WBON TV.
'Tis the season for sickness. Protect yourself and those around you with vaccinations at the Harness Health Pharmacies, powered by Mercy Health. Mercy Health Pharmacies offer vaccines for influenza, COVID-19, pneumonia, and RSV. Most vaccines are covered by the insurance, and in case they are not, Harness Health Pharmacy also partners with the primary care clinics for patients that are required by insurance to receive their vaccines there. Stop by the Harness Health Pharmacy in Irvin, located next to the Mercy Health Irvin Primary Care.
For over 40 years, Lake's Funeral Home and Crematory in Berea have been helping families through the hardest times in their lives. With traditional burial planning to cremation, the folks at Lake's can help you honor your loved ones with final arrangements. Lake's can also help pre-plan now. Let your family members know what you want and help ease their burden. Visit lakesfuneralhome.com to learn how easy it can be to pre-plan. Lake's Funeral Home and Crematory, the only on-site crematory in Madison County.
Back to the action here with the Indians down by 22 points. Dawson had a chance to cut it down to 18, but a 4-point swing on a missed layup, and then GRC knocking down a layup. Morrison, Teray, starters in there for Central. Ty Thomas.
Here goes, yeah.
Nice move, backing his way down, got the defender in the air, and then draws the foul.
I like that little spin he does on the baseline to get towards the basket. Could use that more this year.
Foul on the Cardinals, number 11, Gay. At the line, number 34, Thomas. 2-2.
Thomas' first free throw is coming off. 63-41, 3 minutes and 20 seconds to play. That one comes off as well. That's an easy call for the official as Lansall got beat, commits the foul.
Foul on the Indians, number 11, Lansall.
Hampton to throw it in. Gaines going to work against Steele. Oh, good defense by Eli, but he reached down, and that's where the foul came in.
He held his ground for a little bit, and I was wondering if they were going to maybe call an offensive foul. There were some elbows in there to the chest, but yeah, he did move and go down a little bit.
Yeah, when you swat down, you give the official a reason to call the foul. Gaines makes the free throw. Gaines had a good game tonight. 64-41, 3:08 to play in the 4th. Madison Central going to drop to 1-2 in the early part of the season. GRC 2-0 now following this win tonight. Shot coming off. Here come the Cardinals, same district.
I like that game. That'll be a fun one.
Hamilton. Number
I'm going to
33.
look back and see when the 44th district. No, it wasn't. Trying to see. I know Estill County came into the 14th region. That's where I played at. I think 05-06. 3 comes off. 68-41. Here's Maddox Hamilton in the game for Central. Some more young guys in there. Here's Morrison with it. Nope, not in the same district, so I apologize about that. Estill was in the Montgomery County District, I believe, before coming in to the 14th region. Here we go with Central with the basketball. We dip under now, a minute and a half to play. Lansall spinning and knocking down the long floater. Fade away. Jacobs having a good game, points-wise.
Yeah, I feel like Lansall's little teardrop shot will be a big factor come later this season.
Cardinals, big lead, back up to 25. Trying to work the clock here. We'll dip under a minute. Coach Josh Cook has had his team in the state championship game versus Warren Central in 2 straight years. Beat them the first time, lost to them last year. Not sure they have enough to get back there again, Dawson, but they've still got some really good players.
Yeah, some of these teams, especially here in the 11th region, I mean, you've got Crossing, Douglas. Way out west Kentucky, Lyon County, UK commit Travis Perry. They're number 2 in the state right now. I mean, that team is really good from what I've seen.
Well, you lose guys like Jerome Morton, who went to Morehead State. Trent Edwards, who went to Morgan State. Sam Parrish to Southwest Illinois College. And Ty Maxwell to EKU football. So that's 4 guys you lose to playing collegiate athletics. And Morton was the big one, who was a really good player for so long. He was one of the top, maybe 5-6 players in the state last year. 70-43. Long 2 comes off. Central will let the rebound go into the hands of Lansall. Now it's Will Richardson to bring it up the floor. Hamilton will try 3. Maddox from deep, no, and GRC will let it run out. Final score from Richmond, 70-43. Madison Central will knock off, will fall to GRC here on their home floor. Indians fall to 1-2 on the year. Be back in action Thursday at Estill County. We'll wrap things up here in Richmond. Thanks for joining us here, folks. Another busy week for us. Action tomorrow night at Berea College when the Madison Central girls take on Henry Clay. And then back here with you on Thursday as well for Estill County girls taking on Berea girls. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on WBON TV.